Are you curious about the signs of sexual frustration in an older woman? Today, we delve into the top 5 ways to tell if an older woman is experiencing sexual frustration and sees you as a potential solution. Learn to recognize these key signals and understand what they mean for your interactions with her. This video will equip you with the knowledge to respond appropriately. So, let's get started. 1. Increased physical touch. When an older woman is sexually frustrated and desires you, one of the most telling signs is an increase in physical touch. She may start initiating contact more frequently, often finding subtle reasons to touch you. This might include brushing against your arm during a conversation, placing her hand on your shoulder or knee, or even lingering in a hug a little longer than usual. These gestures are not just friendly. They are often intentional moves to bridge the physical gap between you, signaling her interest in a more intimate connection. The context of these touches is crucial. If she's normally reserved and suddenly becomes more touchy, it's a strong indicator that something has shifted in how she views you. These touches may be light and seemingly casual, but they're charged with meaning. They are a way for her to communicate her desire without having to say it outright, allowing her to gauge your reaction. If you respond positively, she may feel encouraged to continue or even escalate the level of physical contact. 2. Prolonged eye contact. Prolonged eye contact is one of the most powerful nonverbal cues that an older woman might use to express sexual frustration and desire. When she holds your gaze longer than usual, with an intensity that feels charged with emotion, it's a strong indication that she's trying to communicate something deeper. This kind of eye contact goes beyond casual or friendly interaction. It's a way to build a connection that is both intimate and revealing. The intensity of her gaze can make you feel like she's trying to look into your soul, which can be both thrilling and disconcerting. This is not the type of eye contact you'd share with just anyone. It's often accompanied by a slight smile, a softening of her facial expression, or even a subtle tilt of her head, all of which add layers of meaning to her look. Through this prolonged gaze, she's trying to communicate her interest, and it's likely that she's waiting to see if you'll respond in kind. Prolonged eye contact has the effect of creating a private moment between the two of you, even in a crowded room. When she locks eyes with you in this way, it's as if the rest of the world fades away, and the connection between you becomes the focal point. This can be a very effective way for her to signal her sexual interest, as it draws you into her world and invites you to reciprocate. This intense eye contact is a powerful tool in building sexual tension. When she holds your gaze, she's not just looking at you, she's inviting you to feel something. The longer and more intense the gaze, the more it can heighten the emotional and sexual tension between you. If you find yourself feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness when she looks at you this way, it's likely that she's trying to communicate her sexual frustration and desire for you. 3. Flirty, suggestive comments. When an older woman begins incorporating flirty, suggestive comments into her conversations with you, it's a clear sign that she's feeling sexually frustrated and is interested in you. These comments are often laced with innuendos or double meanings, designed to test the waters and see how you respond. This shift in her communication style can be both playful and provocative, subtly pushing the boundaries of your interactions. Flirty comments might start off light and harmless, like complimenting your appearance in a way that feels more personal than usual. She might say something like, "I bet you make all the women swoon with that smile," or "You look like you've been working out. I see those muscles." These remarks are not just casual observations. They're crafted to draw your attention to the fact that she's noticing you in a more intimate physical way. As she becomes more comfortable, these comments may become more overtly suggestive. She might drop hints about her own desires or make jokes that have a sexual undertone. For example, she might comment on how she enjoys a good workout at the gym, but emphasize certain words to imply something more. Or she might say something playful like, "I'm sure you know how to handle yourself," with a mischievous grin. These comments are designed to see how you react, whether you play along, flirt back, or take the conversation to the next level. The timing and context of these flirty comments are also significant. If she starts making these remarks more frequently, especially in private or during more relaxed moments, it's a strong indication that she's testing your receptiveness to her advances. She may be trying to gauge whether you're on the same page in terms of sexual interest and chemistry. The way she delivers these comments can provide further clues. If she leans in closer, lowers her voice, or maintains strong eye contact while making these remarks, it's a sign that she's not just joking around. She's actively trying to create a more intimate atmosphere. Her body language, tone, and the context of your interactions will all contribute to the overall message she's trying to send. 4. Constantly talks about intimacy. When an older woman frequently brings up topics related to sex or intimacy in conversations, it's a significant sign that she may be sexually frustrated and is trying to ignite a spark between you. This behavior indicates that these topics are on her mind, and she's looking for ways to gauge your interest and perhaps steer the conversation in a more intimate direction. She might start by discussing topics that are generally related to relationships or intimacy, such as asking your opinions on dating, discussing romantic movies or books, or even sharing her thoughts on what makes a relationship truly work. These discussions often serve as a gateway to more personal topics, allowing her to test the waters without being too direct. As she becomes more comfortable, these conversations might shift to more explicit topics. She might bring up discussions about sexual compatibility, preferences, or past experiences in a way that invites you to share your own thoughts. The frequency and intensity of these conversations are telling. If she consistently steers the discussion towards topics of intimacy, it's a clear sign that she's trying to create a more sexually charged dynamic between you. This can also be a way for her to express her own frustrations and desires indirectly, hoping that you'll pick up on the cues and respond in kind. 5. Sudden interest in your love life. A sudden and keen interest in your love life is another clear sign that an older woman may be sexually frustrated and considering you as a potential romantic or sexual partner. When she starts asking probing questions about your romantic or sexual history, it's often her way of subtly gauging your availability, interest, and experiences. These questions can also indicate that she's curious about where you stand in terms of relationships and whether there's room for her in your life. This interest might manifest in various ways. She could start by asking general questions about your dating history, such as, "Are you seeing anyone right now?" Or, "What was your last relationship like?" These questions are designed to gather information about your current status and feelings toward relationships. If you respond openly, she might take it as a sign that you're receptive to discussing more personal topics, which could lead to deeper conversations about your desires and experiences. Now you know these signs. What will you learn next? Watch our video on how to become more attractive in the eyes of older women, or get tips on building sexual tension. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.